Hi everyone, today I will make Vietnamese crispy dumpling, which is a very popular street snack in many parts of Vietnam, especially in Hanoi. Hanoi is the capital city of Vietnam and is located in the north of the country. It's colder here and therefore you can find a lot more deep frying food. In Hanoi, especially in the Old Quarter or Phố Cổ, the best food isn't found in fancy restaurants but in small narrow alleys. Everything happens on the street. You can find from boiling soup pot to sizzling frying pan on doorsteps. I was in Hanoi a few months ago and was brought to this shop by a friend. It's one of the most famous places in Hanoi that sell this snack. Just set up a few stools on the pavement and you have your customized dining table. It's not that they can't afford better seating, it's just a lifestyle here. It might take some time to get used to this style of eating, but I think it's a very interesting experience. As many other Vietnamese dishes, the crispy dumplings are served with a bowl of dipping sauce and a platter of fresh greens like lettuce and herbs. Today I will try to duplicate this dish at home, so let's begin.
Helen's recipes.
Firstly, you want to soak the woody mushrooms in hot water for about 15 minutes until softened. Also soak the glass noodle in warm water for about 5 minutes. Then chop them up finely together with some minced shallots or white button spring onion. Season the minced meat with some salt, sugar and stock powder, about a teaspoon each. Also add 2 tablespoons of minced spring onion, white part only, and some cracked pepper. Originally we use minced pork, but you can of course use chicken as well. Combine the minced meat with the chopped mushrooms and glass noodles. You can add some vegetables into the fillings to add more texture and moisture. Today I use half a cup of minced carrots, but you can also use jicama, a water chestnut or onion. Mix until well combined and set aside for about 15 minutes. Hard-boiled quail eggs for about 4 minutes, then peel. For the wrapper, you can use gyoza skin, wonton or sui cao wrapper that are sold frozen at Asian store. It's very convenient and can save you a lot of time. But you can also make it from scratch using all-purpose flour, baking powder, salt, sugar, and warm water. Combine everything in the bowl and stir to let the flour absorb the water. You can add a little bit of turmeric powder to give the wrapper a nicer yellow color. Then knead with your hands or use a food processor to form it into a piece of dough. If you knead by hand, it might take about 10 minutes. The surface of the dough might look quite rough, but that's okay. Just place it back into the bowl, cover with plastic wrap, and let it rest for about half an hour. After half an hour to an hour resting, knead the dough for about 1 more minute and roll it flat. You want the wrapper to be as thin as possible, so roll it really flat. If you have a pasta machine, now is the perfect time to use it. Then cut the dough into circles. And you have your homemade dumpling wrappers. Not too difficult, right? To assemble the dumpling, place a teaspoon of the fillings in the center and top it up with quail egg. If you use store-bought wrapper, you have to cut the quail egg in half or quarters, otherwise it's gonna be too big. Dip a finger in water and run around the edges, then fold the wrapper in half and pinch the edges together to form a half moon shape. Fold 6 to 7 pleats around the edge of the wrapper and press to seal. It's called Bánh shape. There's another folding style that works better with homemade wrapper, which is the twisting style. Also place the fillings in the center, fold in half and pinch the edges together. Then identify the angle and fold it in. And just keep twisting in the pointed edge of the wrapper like that, until you get a dumpling that looks like a pillow. That's why it's also called bánh gối or pillow cake. In some other parts of Vietnam, it's also called bánh quai. That's because it looks like the handle of the bronze cauldron that you normally see in front of royal palaces in Asia. To deep fry the dumplings, heat 2 inches of vegetable oil. When you stand a wooden chopstick into the oil and see small bubbles appear around it, it's when it's hot enough. Carefully slide the dumplings from the side of the wok into the hot oil. Fry on medium heat until golden brown. When the dumplings float to the surface and turn golden brown on both sides, let them rest on a rack or paper towel to drain off the excess oil. Prepare a bowl of dipping fish sauce, some lettuce and fresh herbs like mint or coriander. To get the recipe for the dipping sauce, just click on it. To serve, cut the dumpling in half, wrap it in a piece of lettuce together with some herbs, dip it in the sauce and enjoy. It's super crispy and delicious. And you know what else is delicious? The food you share on Instagram, Facebook and Google Plus with hashtag HelenRecipes. You can even share a short videos of your food on Instagram so I can see exactly what's in your pot, like this one. If you like this recipe, don't forget to click like and subscribe to my channel to get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.